Behold the Simmons Shanty. Our base, obviously, as we started last Horde night and tried and failed so dismally, so dismally to do here. And I've been racking my brain trying to think of what is going to be the best possible course of action here for what we should do for the next Horde night. I mean, next Horde night, it's day 16 right now. It's so far away that, like, I'm not even thinking about, like, obviously the logistics of it, but realistically, it's something that I need to start kind of trying to prepare for. So, do we convert this house into a new POI that we can use to run our kind of funnel systems? Like, I like to have our wires and our electrical traps and all that kind of stuff running back and forth. We're going to need generators. We're going to need all that kinds of stuff. We have a ton of engines now, and we do have a chemistry station, so we do have a way to convert oil shale, even though I don't know where a desert is yet. So I still need to find a desert, and I don't have a good enough vehicle to really get to wherever that desert is yet. So there's still a few logistical problems that we really have to solve before we can 100% effect this idea for a Horde Night base. But, like I said, I don't think that the old Simmons Shanty here is going to be up to the task. I like this as just kind of our base of operations, at least for now. Maybe we'll do something a little bit different with it, or, you know, rebuild it, or, you know, do something different with it later. But this just isn't going to cut it as a Horde Night base. Like, I'm going to need something a little more Fortress-esque. So let's go stake out a new position. It's like 10 o'clock on whatever day it is. Day 6. I think it's is it day 16 or is it I don't know what day it is. But I think our best bet is going to be, like, trying to build something that we can use to funnel zombies into kill chambers and things like that, because obviously, like, with the way that the zombies kind of came in last time, I need turret help, number one. Like, we're definitely going to need turrets to slow them down, but also, like, I need actual killing chambers. So I'm thinking we need to build a new Horde Night base, but I don't want to go far. I don't want to go super far from home because there's not really a reason to, and in past playthroughs of this game, I've gone like miles and miles away to build like a new Horde Night base or whatever. I don't see the point of doing that. You know, as long as we're away from this base at least like a little bit, like, I think we'll be fine. So we're just going to probably turn around and, like, maybe like right over here somewhere, there's a nice flat area back here where we've got our little rudimentary tree farm back here. I don't think I can pick this up, can I? No, of course not. Although I can build those pretty easily, so it doesn't really matter if I move that or not. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to start tonight by clearing out this whole back area back here, kind of up snug maybe against this little hill back here. There's a lead deposit here too, which is actually probably nice. So yeah, we're going to kind of clear out that whole area, like right here, maybe even right here. Yeah, I like back here actually a little bit better, because then I don't got to tear out all those trees. I just don't want to cut. Although I do need the lumber, but all right, let's get to work. And there's nighttime. So I kind of had this weird idea while I was clearing all these trees out of here. Because you notice this ridge here. This is right over on the other side from where my base is. Now, I don't know if this is going to work because zombie pathfinding is always weird. I'd have to make sure they still have a good line of sight against me. But what if we built the kill corridor inside of this mound here? Because, see, it comes right out on the other side there. And, like, what if we built our kill corridor, like, right inside of here? Like, a big opening on both sides. Like, so it'd be accessible from both sides. And we kind of build, like, a little concrete bunker in there and, like, line the whole thing with everything. And then it's just wide open on two sides. Just wide open on two sides. Like, this part over here is the only part that's really screwing with me. Like, maybe I don't want to build it in that there's a narrower part of this as it goes down here. It gets a little bit narrower. I kind of would like to build it. I don't even know. Like, maybe right here, like right where this bird nest is, kind of, because it's a little bit more wide open, and we've got, like, all that stuff kind of over there. We'd have to clear out of there and flatten out, but, oh, I did clear out all those trees I had over there in my little tree farm, too, because obviously we're going to want to be able to see for miles, and then we could put some kind of lookout, like way up above or something like that. Maybe if I don't even know, I'm trying to think of like how necessarily we would do it, but you know, I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to spitball here. I don't think this would necessarily work as like a forever Horde Night base, or maybe like right here. Maybe like right here. Let me actually craft a block here, and let's just kind of spitball with this idea. And I got to remember the orientation of the way things move on the map too. Thank you. Glue's always good. Yeah, like I've got to remember the orientation of where things move on the map too. So that means my tunnel would have to go this way, or basically this way. That really... Well, we've got diagonal pieces and stuff like that where we could still make it a reality or something like that. I don't know. But what if we went like right here? What if it was right here and we just dig a hole through this mountain here and we just start making it so that way this is kind of our Horde Night base? I really, really think it could be kind of cool. So we're going to kind of... I've got to wait until the morning. So you're seeing this, the end of the... Uh-oh. Just barely caught that guy. You're seeing this at the beginning of the next episode, but I already, like, I'm waiting for morning because I have to record the end of the previous episode where we're going to go out to Trader Jen and go get our tier 3, like, start quest. Don't want any more zombies. Hello? Okay. And I forgot where this was. Dang it. I just think this would be a really, really cool idea. Oh, he's feral. This is the hazards of being out at night, folks. I think he's dead. That wasn't like a wandering horde or anything, was it? No, they were too spread out to be a wandering horde. I think they just all spawned in probably because it's nighttime. And he just happened to wander his way over here to where I am. So yeah. I mean, the only thing we can really do is just give it a shot, right? Just see what it kind of plays out like. And I guess we'll kind of have to just go with it from there. So, yeah, we'll see you soon. So yeah, feast a little gander here on our hole that goes through the mountain. We did get it to cut through, but of course our pickaxe broke before we could finish digging the whole thing. But I did get it to break through. I'm going to have to raise the ceiling one more block because I don't want it to just be too tall. Because if I put a block here for the ceiling now, it's not going to, it's just not going to work. I worry that it might be too thin on the top, but I mean, again, that's like a few layers still though. So I'm not really 100% sure how we should approach that. But this is just a proof of concept, right? Like, I don't know if it's going to work, and sometimes my Horde Night bases work really well, and sometimes they don't. I guess we're going to see which one this ends up being. So, I don't know when I'll see you again for this episode, but let's rewind the end of last episode. And, you know, let's get out to Trader Jen's and get started with Tier 3. I'll see you later. Well, I did not want that to happen. I was hoping that that would not happen. That is a catastrophe. So yeah, this whole thing is going to get dug out, and then we're going to dig way out away from this thing too. And we're going to make ourselves a big, like, entry platform area. I don't know what to call it exactly, but it'll basically be a big entrance area where they funnel in. And we mark them. And right at the center of this thing is going to be a cage. The kill cage. The Nick cage. That's where Nick gets trapped, and we just pin him in there. And we don't let him out. Ever. Until Horde Night ends. And there'll be an escape hatch to go up to the ceiling probably, but I don't necessarily know exactly how it's all going to be built yet. But yeah, I kind of, like, after that trip over to Bob's, like, having to get all the way back here and taking up all that time, I know we do have that quest at the diner there, the level 3 fetch quest. We can do that, but I would much rather just stick to building this thing here. So I'll see you guys in the morning. We'll see what more we've gotten done. Maybe we'll start laying some of the block foundation for this and actually concretifying some blocks. We got some concrete mix making back at the base. But I'd really, the number one thing is to get that basement built. We've got to get that basement built so that way we can get this other forge I built down and actually start smelting away stone to make more cement mix. We need a separate forge just for cement. And that's got to happen ASAP. We'll see you soon. Daylight has arrived on the day of 19. The day of 19. Man. This is where our basement area is going to go. We're going to take it a little bit further out that way and maybe make it a little bit bigger because we're obviously going to put some storage in here. We're going to need generators down here because, of course, we're going to have electrical traps and things of that nature. But we'll jump up out of there for now, and I'll show y'all what I've been working on up out here. And we can actually go ahead and we can ditch the night vision. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning here in 7 days to die. And we've flattened out a huge area out here outside of where our... It was meant to be the Horde Night Tunnel or the Horde Tunnel or whatever the heck we were going to do it or call it or whatever. But unfortunately, we had our cave in last night, or yesterday when we were taking everything out of here. So now I'm not 100% sure still exactly what the structure that's going to go in here is going to look like. I don't know. I still haven't decided. Anyway. But we've got a ton of stuff all set up out here. Basically, I've been using the blocks for a couple of reasons. Number one, they flatten the ground out underneath them. So that way I can flatten the ground out. And then number two, we've just kind of been digging all these hills back and a little bit out of the way. Why is this one still kind of out here? There we go. That's a little bit better. I really dislike the way the natural terrain is in this game versus what you can do like in game with landscaping tools. Like you can't reshape what they've created in the game. I always have really, really hated that you can't like shape it. Like there should be like a hoe or some other kind of tool or like landscaping tools if you wanted to like grade the hills a little bit better so they would look a little bit more rolling and not just like this, but like we're going to have to make do with what we have to make do with. And I've just been pushing this back a little bit here and making sure that this is a good amount of space for our big platform area over here, because what's going to happen is we're going to have zombies that are going to come running down in through this area here. And of course, on the other side, I still have to figure out what we're going to do at the top side. I don't 100% know. And just like that, it's day 20. That means we're inching ever closer to our second Horde night, which... I mean, it's still a week away game time, so we've still got plenty of time to continue building our Horde Night base here. Let me show you what we've done, including the start of our basement area here. I'm digging, this is going to be the tunnel that's going to go back over toward our main base area over there. And we've just got a nice rectangular chamber in here. You know what I need to do is I need to put in... Where are my blocks? Oh. It's like, why? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going to have to... I want to put in my little generator room or something like that, like right over here probably. So we're going to also need to clear a space for that and start a little doorway that's going to go over to that. Because I don't want to leave anything out here. We're just going to have a separate room where our generators are going to be located, where we can... Okay, I didn't mean to destroy that, whatever. Where we can link up all of our like electronic fences and all that kind of stuff. That'll be really, really good. So yeah, we've got this whole basement area kind of nice and cleared out now. Let's actually go ahead and chuck some more stone in here. I've got to build a bellows and an anvil for this thing so that way I can crank out cement faster, but even still, we're going to entirely dedicate this to making nothing but concrete over here. I've already got 2 cement mixers making back over at the main base. Those are making in our workbench. We also got to make a workbench over here as well. That way we can have kind of everything we're going to need over here, which would be really, really nice. Up here, let me actually show you what we've done up here, because things have changed just a little bit up here. So once we lost the tunnel, once the tunnel kind of became a non-issue, I kind of started to decide, well, we're just going to build ourselves a gigantic area over here where we can build a huge Horde Knight base and take out the zombies. So as a result, we have taken out a substantial portion of this hill here on this side, and I still have to determine exactly what I'm going to do about this side here, but we may just leave that sheer like that, and I may just build a wall there. And then, like, the Horde Knight base actually, like, this initially was supposed to be, like, the middle of it, like, right over in here. But I think now maybe we might even end up moving it, like, way, like, over this way somewhere. Like, yeah, that thing is over there, so, like, way over here somewhere or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really decided yet. Just because, you know, like, I mean, I don't want to have it right up against this wall because I don't want zombies to be coming over and trying to drop on my head. Like, I want them, if they're going to come down through here, like, you know, I mean, maybe... I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I just have not decided yet. We've continued to expand this thing out here. We've expanded more and more and more dirt out here. We've expanded more and more of our building blocks out here. Keep adding stuff over here. And then, yeah, I just kind of keep, as my stamina builds up, I go through here. I chip out a section of the hill. Rinse, repeat. Maybe that would be really cool if I just built a sheer wall right here, like all the way up the face of this. And then put turrets on top of it that faced in that direction so I could pick off anything that's maybe coming in that direction. But obviously stuff would spill over, like, over the wall over this way. And then if the kill chamber's, like, over here, you know, and then we'd have, you know, obviously, you know, different directions where zombies can come from. But then we'd have a nice area over there, too, where they can definitely come at us. I don't know. I gotta think. I don't necessarily know exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to keep working here. We do have this infested clear, which I could go do today. I don't know if we're going to or not. We may just kind of hang out here and just do our thing. It's bright and early in the morning. God, I love this lever action rifle. All right, well, we broke the shovel literally with the last, like, scoop that we took out of this place, and now we have a nice, big, beautiful, flat area. There's an iron deposit under here, which I really love. There is a lead deposit somewhere right near here, too. I remember, yeah, it's right there. It's not, like, in and around the area of the Horde Knight base, though, but I think this is going to be a pretty deep... I mean, this is a massive area. Like, this is going to be absolutely huge. Like, I don't know exactly how big this area is. What I want to do is I want to fill this with our frames, and then once we fill it with frames, we'll kind of measure and we'll see how big it is, and we'll try to figure out exactly where the center-ish area of it is. And then we're going to build ourselves our little kill box and kind of start coming up with the actual design of this thing. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh, no. She's feral, too. There's two! Hey. Baseball Bat Magazine and a lot of ammo. We'll take it, but I don't think I can put a block on top of you now because you're in my way. They are mad because I have a lot of stuff going over here all at once. Can you, ma'am, excuse me, can you move? Please? Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I can't stay in here. Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I cannot stay in there. That's a terrible idea. Ooh, boy, let's get away from there. All right. Ha ha ha! Another morning has arrived. This is day 24. Holy sweet Jesus. I've been working on this monstrosity for a long time. Welcome to the vault, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is the kill chamber for our new Horde Night base that we are working on here. And I've done a few other different things since the last time I checked in here with a video clip. And we're going to wrap this episode up now. This episode has dragged on for like a week of game time. And quite frankly, I just have too much footage. I need to get rid of some of the footage, honestly. But basically, yes. So we have, these are 5 tall. And I love these little, they look like pillars here, like the way that I have them designed in here. We have our little kill box in here. So this is where our kill box is going to be. We're going to have switches up here that's going to control our generators. It's going to control our lights and our guns and all of our other fun stuff. We're going to have a hatch here, and then we're going to have a hatch up top up here, because this obviously is where we're going to be able to come to deal with vultures and deal with other different threats like that are going to come in here and show up and cause me a giant freaking headache. We also have moved our basement entrance. You can see I actually blocked this off, and I shouldn't have, because now I got to dig part of it out, or maybe even all of it. I don't honestly know. And I have a steel pickaxe, and pickaxes to concrete is not fun work. I mean, look at this nonsense. I mean, it won't take forever, but like I should not have put this stuff in here, because I'm going to take this hill back a little bit further just because of kind of the way I centered the Horde Night base in here. This is the direct pathway that comes out of here where the basement path used to come out of the rock face right there. And now it's like the entrance is way, way over here. The only way to get into this entire base area, the basement area down there and everything, is going to be either through the roof, which obviously we're not going to be able to do once we finish building it, or from the original base, which I have not continued or completed, I should say, digging the path. But I want to dig this hill back a little bit further because I want to build our death corridors. And I've got a kind of little bit of a map of where this is going to be or what this is going to look like here. So we are going to have... And let's actually, do I even have any more? No, I think I ran out again. We got to go to the trader. I've got the results of a dig quest on me, and we got to go to the trader, and we got to get rid of those. So we'll do that momentarily as well. We also are kicking our beef stew to the curb because we got sham chowder, baby. Sham chowder gives you fortitude bonus, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, what we're doing here is we're going to come out 2 blocks from every corner. So boom right there. And then boom right there. And then essentially what we're doing is we're just building these out to each other and kind of meeting here like so. And then the corridor goes this way. This is going to be our death corridor that's going to approach that side of the structure. And this ridge won't be here. This was just here so I could find the exact center and kind of measure it out. This is exactly centered in the middle of the platform from a couple different sides, not from this massive side over here. This extends way over here for no reason. I did not need to. Oh, God. I spent so much time digging and like preparing the land for space I'm not even going to use, but we'll just leave that concrete. Like, I'll get experience points for upgrading all that to concrete and everything like that over there. It does not matter. And our corridors are going to come out like this. The walls are going to go up and be the same height as the kill box there. And we're going to have like turrets facing down into the death corridor. So as the zombies run up, they're getting peppered by turrets. There's going to be electrical traps all up in here. So as the zombies are running along, they're going to be getting zapped by wires and things like that. These actually aren't going to be this type of block. I don't think these actually need to be. Wait, yeah, these need to. And I've got to figure out exactly where the actual electric wires are going to go. I think they'll stop here, and then we'll just have normal traps and stuff like that inside of the actual kill box itself. I don't 100% know exactly what we're going to do with the rest of the design for this thing yet, but I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I like it. This is just kind of a refinement of a few designs I have done before, or of a design I've done before. Like, I've definitely done kill box designs like this, where I'm in a jail cell, basically. I'm in a cage. I think my last series I did when it was Alpha 18, 19, one of those. I did the same type of thing. The only difference is I didn't put this on an existing POI. This is just, you know, I obviously just cleared out land area to make room for this. So yeah, I really, really love this. This is going to be fantastic. Work will continue on this, and I'll bring you guys back and give you another update as we get closer to Horde Night, obviously, because we're only 4 days away, and I've got a lot of work to do, except for going to the trader to trade in this buried supplies thing. I believe their inventory resets today too. I got to get over to the trader. Actually, wait a minute. It's not day 24. It's only day 22. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I thought I was way closer to Horde Night for some reason, but even still, aside from maybe turning in this quest to the trader and getting stuff, their inventory resets today, so I do got to check out what the trader's got on offer today. But aside from turning in this quest and everything, I'm not really going to do a whole lot of quests until after Horde Night is complete, because I got to focus on getting this base done. I've got concrete producing at both bases nonstop, so that way I can have enough concrete. I dug out so much stone and clay from digging this out. I've got tons of cobblestone now. And I've got tons and tons of wood, too, because I've been doing a lot of tree choppage. So we should be able to do a pretty good job of keeping this this area cleared out here. I am going to work and get rid of this hill here and push that back a little bit. And I don't know what we might do. We might do a retaining wall still. I don't know 100% what we're going to do. It does taper off down that way. So maybe we'll just kind of dig it, like flatten off the top of it and like round it. I don't know what we're going to do. Anyway. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the vault. Finally. Holy cow, that, like, literally that whole overhang. I was terrified digging under there because I was like, this whole thing's going to collapse on me. Oh boy, there it goes.